All right, Senator Mullin, you're up. Thanks. Welcome.
Thank you, Chairman, and thank you guys for being here. General, I'll start with you. As you know, Section 8358 of the Water Resource Development Act of 2022 directly provides the city of Bartlesville in Oklahoma the opportunity to secure water storage rights from Copan Lake, also in Oklahoma. General Spellman, would you agree that a growing city such as Bartlesville, like many growing cities in the country, needs affordable, that's the key word there, affordable access to water storage to continue their growth?
Yes, Senator, absolutely.
I want to bring something to your attention then. As I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but Lake Copan was built in the 1980s. 1981, the Corps acquired 4,750 acre-feet of water storage for Lake Copan. That was 40 years ago, right? Now the city of Bartlesville is trying to purchase that from you guys. In 2020, they also worked out a deal with the Corps engineer to buy water from a lake at roughly $81 per acre foot. Right now, they're currently in negotiations wanting to buy that 4,750 feet of water from the Corps engineers, but the Corps engineers want to charge $1,181 per acre foot. Would you consider that affordable?
Sir, this is what the legislature, the formula for these pricing constructs, it's not Corps policy, it's not a policy from the Secretary. The formula is given to us in the 1958 Water Supply Act.
The way that I understand that, sir, is that the Army Corps engineers can agree to charge less, but you don't normally do. But you do have the flexibility to do so.
I'm not aware of any flexibility to stray from the legislation, sir. I'd have to look into that. The statute is very clear on the pricing methodology.
So how do you suggest moving forward in this? Because when you're trying to recover the cost of a lake that was obviously really expensive to build, it's sitting there for 40 years. No one's purchased it because no one can afford it. The taxpayer dollars are holding the bill. What's our solution?
Yeah, sir, unfortunately, today it requires legislation, piecemeal legislation.
What is the legislation you're needing for flexibility?
So the WRDA provisions from 20 and 22 for Lake Bartlesville have reduced that cost to your water suppliers to $74 an acre foot. So that's the maximum amount that we can charge. I would tell you that I have 145 water supply storage contracts like this across the country. The average cost per acre foot is $300 per acre foot. And so I would just say when you compare that with other water suppliers across the country, this is good.
$300 is fine. We're talking about 1,000.
Yeah. So
nearly $1,200.
And sir, I have some ideas on how we can go about this moving forward. With the problem here is there was a large renovation contract associated with Lake Copan, and unfortunately, a small percentage of a large figure gets spread across all the users, and so that's what they were experiencing. We've seen this in other corners as well. I think there's other ways to go about this, and I look forward to having this conversation with you.
Well, that's what the conversation is about. And sir, if you have questions or ideas about this, I'm looking for solutions that this committee can bring forward, because this isn't just going to be a one situation off on Bartlesville. This is something that's going to be facing a lot of municipalities moving forward because the cost of everything is skyrocketing. So what is it that the committee needs to be looking at, legislatively speaking, to fix this?
Senator, I just wanted to add on to what General Spellman, we're happy to look at the legislative limitations here, and I trust the General has already looked at that, so we will get back to you and let you know specifically the issue. But to your point on policy, I agree. Any revenue is better than no revenue.
Right.
And we want to maximize the use of existing infrastructure to serve communities in different ways, because that's going to be the cheapest and less environmentally damaging approach to, so for that reason.
This has been sitting for over 40 years and hasn't been sold because no one can afford it. So this would be a perfect opportunity to show how we can work together with the agencies to create that flexibility. And I know the chairman and the ranker would both agree that this is something that needs to be addressed.
There's good policy here to be made, Senator.
Okay, if you could get back to us and let us know what we can do on our side to give you that flexibility. Look forward to hearing from you. I yield back.